Why does growth only come from suffering? The truth is, the experience is like a child who has tantrums and shouts, gets angry at things that are just part of life. But that's natural and healthy, even though it's very difficult for the child's parents. Because in the end, that's just how human beings grow and develop. We have to experience difficult transformations and painful changes to grow and become what we are meant to be. That which is unpleasant, and may even feel unbearable at the time, is the only way that life has found a means to form the neuronal connections and the neural networks that will grant ever increasing degrees of sentience. And through difficulty and through pain, only through difficulty and pain, can that potential be realized. Some may rail against this objective reality. They may complain and condemn the fact of its necessity, and in fact may even go so far as to lament the entire human experience because it is often difficult and tragic. That is an understandable reaction, but not the correct one. It's a reaction born out of a limited comprehension of existence and the human experience. It's the reaction, ironically, of a frightened child who resents that life exists in forms not to his liking, and so, in ignorance, lashes out against the entire universe in a futile and ultimately self-destructive quest for petty revenge. This is the only way that life can exist. It is not perfect, but it is what it is. Life evolved to be what it is. It is not created as part of a static, unchanging plan that's always pleasant, always fluffy clouds and rainbows. Perhaps someday that will be true. Perhaps someday there will be growth without rampant tragedy. Perhaps not. It remains to be seen in the far distant future beyond our lifetimes. Perhaps even beyond all lifetimes as we understand them today. Life sprang from nothingness, from the inanimate background, and it is always questing for perfection, but it is not perfect now. But don't let that imperfection blind you to its extraordinary nature, to its infinite potential for betterment. We must shoulder a great deal of that responsibility in guiding the improvement of all life in all its forms. But there is also much that we cannot fully know and appreciate in the moment that it occurs. Life is grasping, advancing, reaching out its hand to the outer God, and the outer God is extending one's hand to take life in that perfect unity expressed as the God, the unity between the inner and outer gods. Life is not perfect now, but humanity is full of goodness. The outer God is utterly perfect, but needs us to use our hands to enact one's plans to improve life and humanity, to make the inner God as refined and strong as possible.